Akhenaton Quotes. To be satisfied with a little, is the greatest wisdom, and he that increaseth his riches, increaseth his cares, but a contented mind is a hidden treasure, and trouble findeth it not. Honor is the inner garment of the soul, the first thing put on by it with the flesh, and the last it layeth down at its separation from it. The lips of the wise are as the doors of a cabinet, no sooner are they opened, but treasures are poured out before thee. True wisdom is less presuming than folly. The wise man doubteth often, and changeth his mind. The fool is obstinate, and doubteth not. He knoweth all things but his own ignorance. Akhenaton, scorn also to depress thy competitor by any dishonest or unworthy method. Strive to raise thyself above him only by excelling him. So shall thy contest for superiority be crowned with honor, if not with success. Be thou incapable of change in that which is right, and men will rely upon thee. Establish unto thyself principles of action, and see that thou ever act according to them. First know that thy principles are just, and then be thou. Be upright in thy whole life, be content in all its changes, so shalt thou make thy profit out of all occurrences, so shall everything that happeneth unto thee be the source of praise. As a camel beareth labour, and heat, and hunger, and thirst, through deserts of sand, and fainteth not, so the fortitude of a man shall sustain him through all perils. Indulge not thyself in the passion of anger, it is whetting a sword to wound thine own breast, or murder thy friend. Those who gave thee a body, furnished it with weakness, but he who gave thee soul, armed thee with resolution. Employ it, and thou art wise, be wise and thou art happy. Honor is the inner garment of the soul, the first thing put on by it with the flesh, and the last it layeth down at its separation from it. When virtue and modesty enlighten her charms, the luster of a beautiful woman is brighter than the stars of heaven, and the influence of her power it is in vain to resist. Say not that honor is the child of boldness, nor believe thou that the hazard of life alone can pay the price of it. It is not to the action that it is due, but to the manner of performing it. The ambitious will always be first in the crowd, he presseth forward, he looketh not behind him. More anguish is it to his mind to see one before him, than joy to leave thousands at a distance. What is the source of sadness, but feebleness of the mind? What giveth it power but the want of reason? Rouse thyself to the combat, and she quitteth the field before thou strikest. Labour not after riches first, and think thou afterwards wilt enjoy them. He who neglecteth the present moment, throweth away all that he hath. As the arrow passeth through the heart, while the warrior knew not that it was. Hear the words of prudence, give heed unto her counsels, and store them in thine heart. Her maxims are universal, and all the virtues lean upon her. She is the guide and the mistress of human life. As the ostrich when pursued hideth his head, but forgetteth his body, so the fears of a coward expose him to danger. As a rock on the seashore he standeth firm, and the dashing of the waves disturbeth him not. He raiseth his head like a tower on a hill, and the arrows of fortune drop at his feet. In the instant of danger, the courage of his heart sustaineth him, and the steadiness of his mind beareth him out. In all thy undertakings, let a reasonable assurance animate thy endeavours. If thou despairest of success, thou shalt not succeed. If thou be industrious to procure wealth, be generous in the disposal of it. Man never is so happy as when he giveth happiness unto another. The higher the sun ariseth, the less shadow doth he cast, even so the greater is the goodness, the less doth it covet praise, yet cannot avoid its rewards in honours.